Thank you, Bhargava and Raj, for that insightful session. It's exciting to see how AI is transforming network operations into a more intelligent, scalable, and resilient backbone for the enterprise. Next, we shift our focus to another high-impact domain, software development. This session is brought to you by Apto.ai, an AI-powered software development platform that's helping teams build faster, scale smarter, and collaborate more effectively. By enabling teams to develop in a common language, Apto.ai removes bottlenecks and accelerates product delivery. Leading this session is Deepak Kalhan, founder of Apto.ai. With rich experience in technology management, product and program leadership, and enterprise IT transformation, Deepak brings a powerful perspective on how AI can revolutionize the way we build software. Deepak and Raj, the stage is yours.
All right. Thank you so much for the wonderful introduction. We are back again, and I'm sure the entire audience must be waiting to see Deepak's session because SDLC, this is one area which is very close to, I'm sure, every other CIO or CTO out there, because software development is a very critical aspect when it comes to developing scalable enterprise applications. And I'm sure Deepak is going to show us how, in the age of AI, SDLC can be accelerated and everyone can reap the benefits of it. Over to you, Deepak.
Thank you very much, Raj. Basically, a great introduction. Glad to see that robotic in an introductory mode. Great. Okay, so Apto.ai is the world's first AI software engineer, and the name which we have not given, our client has given to us. Right. So what we do is we generate 100% code with no lock-in period on this, which means we are kind of easing out the pain of software development for everybody. All right. These are our happy client list, where you can see we have clients like Entity Data, Infosys, Wipro, HPE, Virtusa, and all. So we saved almost 70% of their build cost, by using Apto.ai as a platform.
Absolutely, Deepak. So
Yeah.
this is a very interesting thing that you said. You also mentioned that there is no lock-in, and I'm sure as a CTO, a lot of folks might be having this question about how to reduce the technical debt that the company has today. So I'm sure we're going to
Correct.
see that in the next session.
Yeah,
Just like yeah.
I'll give you the demonstration, but before the demonstration, I would be like, wanted to tell you guys that we are very happy to be a part of, Everest group as compared to the most, competitions like Power Apps, OutSystem, Mendix, and all. So we are the only Indian startup who has been covered in that, which is kind of a very great achievement for us to be part of this. We have been covered by NASCOM also, as a game changer startup last year. This year we got covered by CIO Tech as a most promising generative AI startup. So why we got these awards and all, and this is the pain what we were talking about. This is the SDLC pain cycle which everybody is going through, in any organization and all. That we are saying that we kind of automated the SDLC cycle, where you just need to come up with an idea, rest you can leave it on the platform. So you just need to come up with an idea, learn how to run the platform, and platform will write a code, design the database for you, build the, test the code for you, version controls the code, deploys the code, and even in some cases it will maintain after deployment. So that is the power what we are doing. And if we are saying that, writing a code about a platform and all, what kind of a code it is? It is completely readable, writable, editable, and downloadable code in Java, Spring format, for the backend, ReactJS for the front end web deployment, and React Native for the mobile application. Right, so you don't need to worry about whether it is a patented code or not. No, it is complete common code. You download the code, give it to your developers. They can even write it from there on top of that.
Absolutely, Deepak.
Uh,
It's a very interesting point that you mentioned in the previous slide, that the first step that remains universal even today is to think like an architect. I think going forward, that should be the mindset that enterprises and developers should be adopting about thinking from a systems perspective, thinking from a solution perspective.
yeah. So we use extensive Gen AI into that, and our engine is fine-tuned on writing the code using the latest industry standards on this, right? So that means we got the what is latest going on, how to write a code and all what's latest in the industry. So we take data from there, and our homegrown AI engine writes a code from this. It's not only creating a database, it's also generates a report based on what kind of a data you are trying to capture. Right, so that is one of the biggest power we are having. And then it also describes the easy workflow, how to document the workflows in a simple English, and also we build all those things for you. Right, so as I mentioned that we are not only building a web application, we provide a native mobile application also, which means it's a Play Store ready app. You will get it from there. You can connect it to any API, any SOAP, or any RESTful APIs. You can connect it to any multiple databases, having authentications written on this. Even you can have the offline app capabilities if you wanted. Background schedulers or background work process workflows, you can build it using this Apto.ai, right?
That's
So
wonderful to see.
apart from that, you can even build, uh, you know, why our tool is famous in the industry is majorly because all those our clients are using the platform to have digital transformation, legacy modernization, or even they wanted to do the data migration, cold cloud migration, and MVP innovations and all. The best part of that, when you're doing all those things, it is completely owned by you. The code is completely owned by you. So your IP belongs to you in your environment, or like in the client's environment, in the either it is cloud or on-prem, you can deploy the code. So we don't have any access on the code once it is downloaded from that Apto platform. Uh, Right. So that's another part of a platform what we work it on. Uh, so now I would love to show you the demonstration of a product after that. If you guys have any questions or anything, I'm open to have
Yes.
questions. Yeah,
Absolutely, Deepak. I'm sure the audience is waiting to see the demo because I think a lot of people would actually want to see how SDLC looks like in 2025 and beyond.
sure. So what I'm gonna do here, I am logging in the developer console of Apto.ai. So I am just having a demonstration connect, something for the demonstration to, okay. So this is our development studio. What we do it in this studio, you come up, launch your applications, launch your models and anything. There are only a 5-step process, which means the moment you start looking out, creating what you want. So if you know what you want, you come up on the system, create a model. We called it as in models in developer console, but most of the IT people may be knowing that they are actually creating their ERD diagrams or a database using these models. There are five options. One of a model is a standard. That means you'll come up, type it, what exactly you're looking to build it, and you can build it. Data feed is something for the DTO objects, data transfer objects. So any API, anything it requires, you can go and connect it. Global is majorly used for e-commerce website like add to cart buttons. Figma is, if you have a Figma design, you can actually load your Figma design form and Figma forms, and it will create the complete database for you from there. The fifth option is if you have an Excel sheet, something like this to create it. So like, I have just created a demo Excel sheet where I have name, field names, whatever field names I'm looking out, and I have a relationship with the one type to the another type. I have all this relationship. I have Boolean objects out of this. I have warehouses table or a model which I have a different data types. So I don't need to do anything out of this. I'll create it. I'll just upload this Excel sheet. It will automatically create my database designs, my front end, everything for us. All right. So I'll just say up. Oh, my bad. I clicked on cancel. Um, so I'll just click on upload. Right. So the moment I'm uploading and now go relax, have a sip of our coffee and all, and let the engine do the work for you. Right. So what it will do, it will create a complete environment for you for your database design according to the Excel sheets, whatever you have given it. And then from there, it will also create a screens based on what kind of a screen you may require. And what you need to do is only sharing a menus. So this particular screen takes a little bit time because it does a lot of things at the back. It goes up to the MySQL console, write a code, for the MySQL, for the front end, for the back end, for validating the code, whether what kind of a data type you're using. If it is email, it has to show the email on the front. If it is phone number, it should not allow anything apart from phone numbers there. So it keeps doing it. So that is why I said once you come up here, it is up to you, take a sip of take a cup of a coffee and build it. So let's see here. My whole project is automatically coming up. It's created, it's published. So now what I need to do from here, I'll just click on this button. I'll say generate a workflow for me. Uh, I'll just say generate a workflow for me, and it will generate a workflow for me on this. Right. So once it is generated a workflows, what I need to do, workflows are nothing, is a screens for us. So
Absolutely.
if you go to the screen, you can even have your own securities on the platform here. You can see right of security accesses and all. So once you have the securities point, and then you can build it your own workflows from here. So I'll create a one security says say test security and the test user, and create a role says test underscore user role. Okay, and I'll give this role to this. And now you see this, it was two earlier, now it is coming as a third one here. And I'll click on a generate button. I'll click on a read all screens, and it is generating me the screens for here automatically. So add screens means it will automatically create me all the forms and everything for this. And read all screens, it will automatically generate all the table view screens and everything for me. You can even have your own filters written down here. You can add your own sorting, aggregated values, your own filters adding up what exactly filters you wanted to do. Everything you can do it from the screen. How to see this output now? That's a major question, right? So once I'll
Absolutely.
go up and says, okay, menu creating service provider, uh, and I will click on a read all workflow and give me an icon and submit it. Done. Your workflow, everything is done. You just need to copy. It's a live deployment, as I earlier mentioned. So whatever you are building it on the developer studio, you would be able to see it on the screen here. Oh, my bad. I haven't created an authenticated screen for you. Uh,
Yes, Deepak, and meanwhile you do that, it's absolutely phenomenal to see how full stack development, where developers often took a lot of time designing schemas, creating workflows, creating authentications. And I've been a developer myself previously, so I know the pain it takes to create an application from scratch. So it's phenomenal to see how within minutes all these tasks have become so trivial in the age of AI, and how the automation really leads to phenomenal results. And I'm sure for any CTO, when it comes to product development, this becomes a very critical aspect of reducing the turnaround time for application creation, development, and deployment.
Correct. So you can see here it is automatically generated reports also based on what kind of a data you're trying to capture. So it suggested you the reports, but there would be a chances where you say, okay, I don't need a reports. I wanted a bigger, my own complex reports. So you don't even to write a coding for this. You can inject your own SQL, give a name, add a columns, what kind of a report you wanted, and just submit, and it will give you that submission, everything. Sorry, everything from there. You can have your own workflow authentication, so the login workflow, that is the reason you saw that sorry page coming up, because we haven't set that particular workflow initially. You can also define based on the roles what kind of workflow started for this. So if you have a multiple records, you can define those reports, roles, and their starting landing pages. You can upload your own CSS icons, fonts, download the code, live download the code, front end, back end, and everything from here only. And even if you are directly deploying it and wanted to deploy it on your demo server, so you can say, okay, I wanted to have a UAT on prem.com, so it will directly deploy it on your server. So you don't need a development deployment downtime and anything from their side. Right. So now let me show you the demo of the screen.
Absolutely. Looking forward to that.
So the kind of a work what we did just now, it's actually a work of minimum of 3 developers, and a work of at least a 1 day. So what we did it, we finished in a few minutes. So now you can see here, read all and all, and where the data goes. Are we showing any data here? Yes, we will just click on create an add button here, and our data will get displayed on top of that. So majorly, this is our backbone. These agents are our backbone. Basically, you can do anything using these agents. What you wanted to do it before the page load, in the page load, like, after the page and all, and after the button click, all those things, whatever you wanted to do, you can actually do it from here. So here I'm saying adding services. Okay, so I will just click on a sub workflow here, and show the ad page. Do I need to add a pop-up on this? I'll say add services. That's all. My work is done. So the system will automatically write a code at the back. You wanted to show your table in a different way, looks like, enhanced version. So I can show you that enhanced version. You can configure your table UI, whatever you wanted to do, you need to do it from here only. Okay, so let's say I'm here, I'm logging it again. So you can see this button coming up and my form, entire form, which is nothing is this Excel sheet. The data came from this Excel sheet, what we uploaded. That entire form is coming up here. I'll add a resource name, my email, and you can see the validation also came automatically as I mentioned. Right, so I cannot enter text. I can enter only phone numbers. I can only enter this. So it is automatically validating the phone number also. So it checks the phone number starting from the particular numbers and see the data is getting saved in this. You can even sort the data if you wanted. You can sort the data from the fields, whatever is written, because we haven't configured those fields yet. Otherwise, you will see all those data also coming up. So the entire work, what we have done it is in 15 minutes is actually a work of 1.5 day with a minimum of 3 to 4 developers. You can keep building this application, any rules engine. We have our own inbuilt rule engine here, which means you can actually write your own rules here, create your own rules and show those rules also. In that you can even tag your workflows for the version controls and anything on this. You can even write a multiple lingual application on top of that. So if you see here, the entire application can be designed, in a multiple languages and all. It can be, you can have your own webhooks written, emails, SMN templates, doc templates, anything you name it, you would be able to find it. You can connect it to any third-party APIs just by, adding your JSON inputs and JSON response. You are done. That's all. And doesn't matter how many headers and settings are there. You can keep adding those headers and settings from here only. And so this is a quick introduction about Apto.ai. I'm open to have a questions, anything
Absolutely,
from.
Deepak, that was a phenomenal demo that we saw that, how using agentic AI, or AI agents, I would say, how the entire SDLC lifecycle is being automated just to mere 15 minutes. So from an ROI standpoint, I think that becomes a very great, that becomes a good metric. And I'm getting a lot of questions, so I will pick a few. So a few of them. So Deepak, there are some really interesting questions that I can see. So one of them being, someone has asked that many teams struggle with handoffs across front ends, back ends, and the DevOps environment. So how is Apto enabling more unified collaboration across roles? Because you showed how role management is being in depth in Apto. So I'm sure if you could, it would be great if you could shed some light on that aspect as well.
So if I understand your question is how the application can be designed for the different uh, roles. Uh,
Yes,
is that your
absolutely. So,
question? So
yeah, so basically how the handoffs happen between the front end and the back end and the DevOps teams, if we are to talk about a large environment, if we have to deploy Apto in a large environment.
So Apto does everything on that way. So if your question is more about CI/CD pipelines and all,
Yes.
you just need to mention there are two ways to do that. A, is you download the code, deploy it on your CI/CD pipeline, and work it from there and deploy according to your requirements. B, you just give your link of where you wanted to deploy, give your link here, and our engine will take care of all the deployment from there onwards. Right. So we have inbuilt structure ready for that. I hope I
Absolutely.
answered your question.
Yes, yes, Deepak. So that's there. Another interesting question that I can see is someone has asked that for CTOs managing multiple product lines or product teams, standardization is the key. So how does Apto make sure that scalable systems can be deployed from the POC stage to production ready systems?
So I would rather give you an example out of this. We have developed multiple application from a very simple, kind of a Google form to that enterprise level of application. So the system automatically generates a code for that. Right. So, and it automatically take care of the, what we say is a security. As I mentioned, we run a lot of Gen AI intervenes into that, and we check what is the latest way of writing a code, how it is being building up. So that is one of a thing. The second thing is you asked the question about how scalability and all, right? About the
Yes,
scalability and all. So the scalability portion, I would say there is a real estate company who is using our platform, and they have generating, or their transactional data is somewhere close to 1 million every on the peak of the time. So from 1 million to 5 million transactional data they look upon on their events and all, and system never break on this side. So we have done a scalability testing from our system, and also done trying to check how the better code needs to write, which is a scalable and the best way to write a code from our Gen AI agents are doing this job for you, which passes the uh, parameters to our homegrown AI engine, and that engine writes a code accordingly.
absolutely, Deepak. So I know, ironically, this is the next question that I was about to ask you. So in the interest of time, we just take this last question. So someone has asked, how does Apto make sure that the best possible development practices are in place when it comes to writing code or being a system architect yourself? So I mean, what do you have to say to that? Any last
So
comments if you would want
as
to?
I already mentioned on this, that
Yeah,
we take the latest pattern or latest standards of a code from uh, you know from the Gen AI engine what we have written. Okay, so we got a lot of LLM. Our Gen AI does all those work for us, and they pass the parameters how to write a latest code, and also the versions. So if there is a change in a Java version or a React versions, so we get to know, and our engine updates the version accordingly. Right.
absolutely.
So yeah, that's uh, that's the way we write a code, and that is the way our engine take care of latest standards of a coding.
Absolutely, Deepak. So once again, I think this was a great demo. Thank you so much for coming on board. With this, from my side, the closing remarks would be that there's a fundamental shift in the mindset which people are adopting in the industry for when it comes to software development lifecycle, and we can clearly see that Apto is leading the way. So any closing remarks from your side?
No, I think whatever you said is perfectly right, because we see it's a big pain, or a headache in any enterprise, for any enterprise companies, basically, to check it. uh, you know uh, Actually, the pain is not about writing a code. The pain is actually finishing the product on time and
Absolutely.
putting it into the and launching the product at the right time. Right. So people has a money, people has a workflows, but people are still not able to deploy their product on time. Right. So where we comes up and says, and the major reason of not deploying it's a dependency on a different teams.
Very true.
So where we comes up and says, okay, your dependency is now zero on the different tool. Let the bot write a code for you and deploy it for you. Right. So that is what Apto is all about.
So thank you so much, Deepak, for this powerful session. I'm sure everyone in the audience has learned a lot and seen how 2025 is evolving and what the future holds. So thank you so much once again, Deepak.
Thank you
Yeah,
very much, guys.
yeah.
Yeah.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.